The wind howled across the barren desert, carrying with it a dust of memories she couldn't shake. Her hands, steady yet trembling from the adrenaline, rested on the Barrett. 50 around her. The SEALs watched silently, some with barely concealed doubt, others with quiet curiosity. They had trained for years for this moment, yet none could move as effortlessly, as precise as she did. The commander's gaze lingered, sharp and calculating, and for a split second, she felt exposed like a puzzle piece being examined too closely. She knew skill could impress, but could it earn respect? Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. The target lay over 3 kilometers away, a distant shadow against the heat-hazed horizon. Most would call it impossible. Most would hesitate. She didn't. She took a deep breath, feeling the grit of sand beneath her elbows, the sun searing her neck, the metallic scent of the rifle mingling with sweat. 1 heartbeat, 2. She aligned her shot, calibrated for wind, distance, even the subtle shift of light across the barren landscape. The commander raised an eyebrow. A whisper passed through the ranks. She's never done anything like this before. Murmurs turned to curiosity. Every movement she made seemed almost ritualistic, a dance with precision and patience. Her finger rested lightly on the trigger. She exhaled. Then, with the softest squeeze, the world seemed to pause. The crack of the Barrett shattered the tension in a way that was both terrifying and beautiful. Her target, a drone of calculation and metal, trembled under the force before toppling silently, 3,247 meters away. The distance alone was staggering, enough to make even the most experienced sniper doubt themselves. The SEAL commander's eyes widened. He had seen countless sharpshooters in his career, men and women who prided themselves on skill, on precision, but this was beyond human expectation. A hush fell over the team. She had not only met the impossible, she had rewritten it. Yet beneath the awe, a quiet unease gnawed at her. This was a victory, yes, but with it came moral weight. Could such power ever feel entirely right? Was it courage or recklessness that had guided her finger? The desert seemed to hold its breath, and she felt, for the first time, the solitary gravity of her choices. One of the rookies whispered, breaking the silence. Did she really just? But no one finished. There was no need. The proof lay in the distance, in the fallen target, and the impossibility made real. The commander walked forward, his boots crunching over the sand, eyes locked on hers. You've got skill, he said finally, voice low but unmistakably impressed. But skill like this? It's more than we've seen. She nodded, a flush of pride mingled with something quieter, humility. Disbelief, the lingering fear that someone else might see her as reckless, or worse, a danger. But in that moment, silence became applause, unspoken but unanimous. Every soldier there felt it. The weight of history being made, the thrill of witnessing something rare, pure, undeniable. The aftermath was a study in contrasts. The desert wind carried whispers of her feet across the base. Some celebrated quietly, careful not to disturb protocol. Others stared in awe, unable to mask their astonishment. And through it all, she remained the same outwardly calm figure, inwardly a storm of reflection and gratitude. She had proven herself not just with firepower, but with poise, patience, and precision. Later, when the dust settled, she thought of the thousands of hours of training, the nights of doubt, the moments she had questioned if she belonged here, and yet here she was, standing not above the team but alongside it, a living reminder that limits exist only until someone dares to cross them. The commander approached once more, this time with a different look. Respect, yes. Recognition, absolutely. But something softer lingered behind his eyes, a quiet acknowledgement that courage can come in forms unexpected, that strength isn't always loud, and that sometimes the most profound victories are those that leave no one hurt but the impossible itself. Because greatness isn't only measured in distance, in precision, or in skill, it's measured in courage, in ethical resolve. In the quiet moments when the world holds its breath and you make the right choice anyway. And as the sun dipped low, painting the desert in molten gold, she smiled faintly.
Hey.
The wind no longer felt like a threat, it was a witness. The impossible was done, but she felt only the gentle weight of responsibility and the quiet warmth of belonging. Because courage isn't loud, it waits, and it finds its way forward. If this story inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to Whispered Words for more tales of extraordinary courage and unexpected triumph. Every story reminds us that even in the silence, heroes walk among us.